Well, hello there, my fellow lady. Listen, have you been trying to figure out and wrap your head around how the heck do you land your dream job? I know that these might be uncertain times, and I know that the world might seem chaotic out there and that you're probably getting worried because you hear numbers like 10 million people claiming unemployment this week, or companies are closing and they're not looking like they're going to open their doors again. I get it. I totally understand that sense of fear. But there's an entire sector of the economy and the population that is actually taking advantage of this situation and landing their dream jobs and growing their careers beyond any expectation. And truthfully, leading the career that they know that they deserve to lead. And this is something that you too can do. It's just that perhaps I invite you to entertain the idea that you've been focusing on the wrong things, right? You see, when it comes down to landing your dream career, you can focus on what you can't control, and you can then focus on what you can control. And when you focus on what you can't control, such as how many unemployment claims are going on right now, how many companies are closing, and how unlikely it might be that you in your current field might have a job in the next few weeks, or go on, thinking about these things that really are beyond your control. You're inevitably going to get stuck in this cycle of uncertainty and negative energy that is not going to serve you. But if, however, you take me up on my invitation to start thinking about the things that you can control, such as how you position yourself for that next big opportunity, where you position yourself, and how that next big opportunity sees you, well then, my friend, I think we're starting to chart a different story. And this is why whenever anybody asks me, like, can you help me with my resume? I need to polish up my resume. I'm like, first of all, like, no, you can do your own resume. I can give you advice on how to do it, but that's not the place to start. You have to start with a strategy and visibility of that strategy. This is why I'm always like, start with LinkedIn, because before anyone ever asks for your resume, you are going to be seen and searched on the biggest platform, the biggest career platform in the entire world. And the truth is, like, your resume probably won't get seen till many, many, many steps down the line. And if that, by the time that people see your resume these days, they're already going to have made a decision about you. So if you focus on your resume, again, that tells me that you're in the mind frame of focusing on the things that you can't control. If instead you kind of raise your standard and position yourself as, how do I want and who do I want to see me, and how do I want them to see me, so that I can convey that I am the solution to their problems, but not by telling them, but rather by them seeing me and me influencing their behavior with my words, with my actions, with my virtual persona, which is now more than ever so important. And I'm not talking social media influencer status or how many connections you have or what you posted for lunch yesterday. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this virtual version of you that now is an absolute necessity, given all these uncertain changes and where the world workforce is headed. I mean, think about it. Right now, the entire world is working from home. The reality is your human, real, physical person is nowhere near as important. Like, your employer doesn't want you to go into the office at all. It's nowhere near as important as the virtual projection of you online. You with your vulnerabilities, all your career skills, your assets, your ability to persuade, your ability to influence behavior has suddenly been slapped onto the limelight. And this is what we want to help you with. So that's my 2 cents for you this morning. If you want to land that dream career of yours, I want you to start thinking about how can you reposition yourself to start thinking about the things you can control rather than the things that you can't control. And that's going to be a complete game changer, I guarantee it. Now, if you want our help with it, you can join the wait list for our next challenge, in which we, my entire team, myself, and the community of women that comes along with this challenge can help you go through this. And in fact, it's crazy, the challenge that we started yesterday, we already have women landing interviews. A couple have already had job offers. It's crazy. See, when you make this tiny little shift and build the momentum with that shift, the results that you can obtain are astronomical. And this is what we help women to do. So I would love to see you in our next challenge. If so, you should definitely go to herchallenge.com and join the wait list for our next opening challenge.